I'm Spider-Man.
YouTube, welcome back to another 978 Customs video. And finally we have Agent Venom, probably one of the earlier customs from the Venomverse that I was working on, but turned out to be one of the last I had to finish. I put him to the side. I needed a belt, and so I had to go to storage and grab my other Agent Venom and take his belt and tendrils in order to complete this one, and his guns as well. I took those guns. And by the way, these guns look amazing. I don't know why Hasbro isn't giving us these guns again. Off topic. Anyway, Agent Venom from the Venomverse. I no longer have a factory Hasbro version complete because I had to use them for customs. Well, I'm okay with, honestly, because I may end up keeping this one for my own collection. So I may not need that Hasbro one anymore. But who knows? Because I do plan on trying to get to San Diego Comic-Con or New York Comic-Con and displaying all these Venomverse customs. A boy can dream, man. Let me dream. I've never been to a Comic-Con, but I think it would be cool to walk by and see a bunch of Venomverse customs. Flash Thompson, aka Agent Venom, doesn't have too much of a story arc in the Venomverse. He's just there for display purposes. When you need some filler time or some filler dialogue, that's what a lot of these side characters come in handy for. Although Agent Venom is a cool Venom character, I don't know why he got pushed to the side that way. But with all those Venom characters in the Venomverse, I mean, what do you expect? The more popular ones are going to be standing out in the forefront, while the rest just hide in the background. As far as I know, Flash Thompson was once in the military, had lost the use of his legs, and was part of a secret program, and they allowed him to use the Venom symbiote. And he was able to control the symbiote a lot more than Eddie Brock was. So it went hand in hand with Flash Thompson. But I think now in the comics, he's anti-Agent Venom, so he's all white. And I have gotten requests to make an anti-Agent Venom, but to be honest, I'm only one guy, man. And as much as I would love to make every Spider-Man custom, you guys have to give me some time because I can't do everything alone. Hence, I need that 978 Customs team. Let's go, guys. These tutorials are up. Let's get the painting on, and let's do this 978 Customs team. So if people need me, I'm going to send them to you. I'm going to say, no, hit my guy, Billy J. Nope, hit my guy, Johnny Jacob. He knows what's up. Nope, hit my guy, Daryl Thompson. Yeah, he knows how to paint. Nope, you want a custom? No, I'm not doing it. Why don't you talk to Francis, your mama? Come on, man. Any good show has a spinoff. So I need some spinoffs. And I'm not saying this is a good show. I'd like to think I'm consistent with the Spider-Man customs, and as far as I know, I don't know anyone who has done as many Spider-Man customs that I've done. And I know there's a lot of there are bigger Spider-Man fans than me.
That was a good arm twist drop.
You remind me of someone.
I remind you of you because we're brothers. Stardust, I'm gonna be you. When are you gonna stop? You're gonna stop? What? Dang, how many kicks you gonna give me in a row?
Sorry, guys, I had to take a wrestling break with my son right before bedtime. We usually wrestle every night, and we were Stardust and Goldust. I don't know why he likes those characters, but he likes them. So we whooped some butt. He whooped my butt, actually. But if you guys remember, this used to be the Walmart exclusive Black Panther with the pink on it. I took all the pink off, and I made a video on it. If you want, click this card. And I had plans to make that Black Panther into an Agent Venom using the torso, the arms, the legs, and so forth. With that being said, if you want to make yourself an Agent Venom, all you need is a Black Panther, the Walmart exclusive, the one with the pink on it, or Spider UK body, or Prowler, anyone with that body. An Agent Venom vest, his tendrils, his belt, the Agent Venom lower arms and lower legs, And that's pretty much it. And the head is also from Spider UK. I forgot to mention that. I do have the Hasbro release Agent Venom right here. And let me open them up just to compare them both. The custom Agent Venom on the left. And let's take these tendrils off just to make it fair. And then the Hasbro Agent Venom on the right. And they look the same. I don't want to say identical. There are a few differences in these two figures, in fact. But for the most part, they do look the same. But let's point out the differences. First, the head on mine is the Spider UK head. And I like my head a lot better than this alien, buggy-eyed version of Agent Venom. I never liked this head for some reason. It looked weird. Didn't look like a Spider-Man to me. But the chest armor is cool. I wish it was a little more flexible. You see mine is painted where that one is factory painted. So it has some flaws. If you look right at his lower arms, right at the elbow joint, the lower elbow joint is where I swapped the Agent Venom arms with the Black Panther arms. So I can have that sculpt that he has around his wrists. I don't know what it is exactly. It reminds me of like a crab shell, almost like a lobster shell around his arms and shoulder pads. It just reminds me of a lobster. I had to take the belt from the factory figure because I didn't have a belt for my custom, so oh well. Lower legs were swapped as well. You can see the hips are completely different. The Hasbro has the ball hips, and then the new Hasbro, the custom, doesn't have the ball hips. Took the top pins out on the knee joint, and right from the knee to the lower legs, I swapped it. But they both do look pretty much the same. This is just an upgrade version of the Agent Venom Hasbro released a few years back for their Walgreens exclusive. In fact, it was probably one of their first Walgreens exclusives. And this is, what I used for my custom. I had to just take these arms and legs off of this Agent Venom. So I only had 2 Agent Venoms in my life. One I bought in the store, one I got loose. And now I have no factory Agent Venoms. But you guys can see that this is what I pretty much use, combining it with the Black Panther figure. So you take off these arms and legs, connect them to your Black Panther alongside with the vest and belt. You'll be alright. The main reason for this update is pretty much for these hips. Because the Agent Venom that we got from Hasbro has ball hips. And they're really complicated to turn around and pose, and it gets frustrating. Well, this is just simple. Just moves up, down, in and out. It's the simplest leg design. And I think Hasbro probably should update their Agent Venom sometime in the future. I'm assuming when they make their Venomverse, and I know they will. I hope they will. This vest is still an issue. It does not allow the ab crunch to move effectively, and so you have them in this kind of stiff position normally, and it being on this figure doesn't make it any easier. So this vest is a lot tighter on this figure than it is on the Hasbro release, so it doesn't even lock in properly. It just looks good. I sat and thought about trying to maybe cut some lines into the vest, and maybe that'll be able to allow you to ab crunch on the figure a bit, but I wasn't sure how to go about that, so I never really put any slits into the vest. Maybe one day I'll figure it out. Maybe I'll just have to disconnect the vest in certain parts and glue it on to certain parts of his body. I haven't really thought about it that much, to be completely honest. But still, I think it looks really good, but because that vest, it still kind of hinders the articulation, and it kind of frustrates me because I do love articulation in figures. And without the vest, you see he kind of looks plain. I almost wanted to add a logo on top of his chest right there, just in case I ever wanted to take the vest off, but I don't think it would be cool. So I don't know. I'm just rambling here. Nonetheless, it is still a better figure than the Walgreens exclusive, and I can show you why this figure is outdated and undesirable. It's just these ball hips. They just become very, very, very annoying when you have to put them in the leg position. And usually when you're making poses or posing your figure around, you have to play with those legs. The ab crunch works really well. I'm happy about that. I'm happy about this shoulder joint. It works amazing as well. I don't think you need that much range, but it does look really good. You know me, I'll take that any day over this. But still, the split doesn't justify the way I have to rotate those legs around in order to position them. I know for the time this was one of the bigger bodies they had. This used to be the Captain America, the 3-pack cap. There's a lot of different version Captain Americas that come on his body. So I know it was one of the bigger bodies besides the Hyperion and the Grim Reaper. And they didn't have this Bullseye body yet. Not Bullseye. They didn't have this Black Panther body yet. You know, I wonder if it would have worked on a Bucky Cat body. Because he is bigger than the Spider-Man body. And you didn't have to put him on this one. But I'm sure someone at Hasbro, figured it out and sized it up and just probably didn't like it. So, I don't know. But if they didn't, that's what I need to be there for. To just experiment with all the tools they have and be able to create new characters from the parts that are already available. But this vest is the same exact vest. All I did, slow down guys. All I did was paint the front side for my custom. You can see that their white is very, very white. It's like a powdery snow white. It's very white. Even though they could have used another coat of white just to kind of cover up what they missed, because you can see that it didn't seep in all the way because the texture on this vest didn't just catch all the paint the first time, so you needed to go over it again. And this is pretty much what I did. Just went over it 2 times with my own white, just to kind of thicken out the white and make it pop a little better. You see the back is the same. I didn't do the back at all. And this vest looks really cool, I'm not gonna lie, but I feel like WWE figures Mattel makes has a way more variety of accessories than Hasbro does. That's why we need some accessory packs. But YouTube, you've reached the end of another 978 Customs video, and if you like this video and you want to see more Spider-Man and Venomverse customs, feel free to click that thumbs up button, comment down below, let me know your thoughts on this custom, and feel free to subscribe if you haven't. If you have, I appreciate it very much. And we are almost done the Venomverse. I probably have like 2 more characters to show you, but until then, what?
It's just you say I can do a video one day, and I say it and I
Come on, man. I'm about to wrap up the video.
do one.
I'll see you guys in the next one. All right.
I
Bye.
want
Te gracias.